Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Friday, September 5th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is a response to a comment like I told y'all I would start doing from time to time. I was reading one of the comments on my last video when I was out in the park, in this, what we call the square. And I forgot the name. But the comment stood out to me. And what he said, I don't remember if it was a woman or a man. I'm sorry, but if you happen to be listening, I saw your comment, but I was out and about when I read it. And I said when I get home, I'm going to make a video about that particular comment because it's an option that a lot of Americans are looking at now. And I said, I'm going to get my point of view on it, what I think about that. And as y'all know, man, America, we've been infiltrated. We've been sold out. We think we are electing people to represent us. As I said, we think we are electing people to represent us. You know, our politicians, we vote for the Democrat, the Republican, Kamala, Trump, whoever, Biden, Obama. We keep, going and out, coming out with all the stickers on, I voted and all that type stuff. We've been voting year after year after year after year, election after election after election after election. And ain't none of this shit going the way we want it to, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. Can y'all admit, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, are you at a point now to where you can be truthful, as I have seen the light, and say, man, ain't none of them folk working for us. We've been sold up the river. America is no more. Some of y'all still holding on hope that the midterm election, we gonna get them Republicans out of there and it's gonna be all right. Some of y'all still ain't figured it out yet. But I'm gonna say a lot of us have figured out what's going on. A lot of us have realized that America is done, cooked, kaput, finished. The America as we've known her is no more. So now we're at a crossroads. Something has to be done. We cannot continue on the same path that we're on as America. Or America will be like past empires will cease to exist. The Roman Empire, the Egyptian Empire, the Moors, the Aztecs. Too many to name. Empires that were once as great as America is now, or America was. There are empires that no longer exist that a lot of us might not even know that there ever was a power because they're so weak now. Britain, England would have it. Spain. Them places ain't hitting on too much of nothing now. They're weak. Spineless. But once upon a time, they ruled the world like America does. And they all failed. And here we are, America, facing the same plight, facing the same outcome. And for the same reasons, Rome failed. Rome was destroyed from the inside out, not from the outside in. It wasn't from somebody else taking Rome down. Rome took itself down. Corruption, corrupt politicians. It was an inside job. So goes Rome, so goes America. Same thing. We've been taken down from the inside by people we trusted. So the comment said, America is finished. Get your passports. Time to get out of here. And a lot of people are taking that stance. It wasn't last night, it was the night before last, I was on live. And it was a gentleman from the States who's now living in Thailand. If y'all saw it, you know what I'm talking about. And he moved to Thailand because he was having health issues that he could no longer afford in America. And he moved to Thailand to be able to afford just to live. To be able to afford the medication, the doctor visit and stuff. He had strokes, he got lupus, he got all types of stuff to where if he'd have stayed in America, he wouldn't even be here. He said he moved to Thailand to really fade away and go ahead and die. And then when he got there, he was able to bounce back because he could afford the medications and stuff that he needs. So, just like him, there's a lot of Americans that are jumping ship. There's a lot of Americans that are leaving America now because they see the writing on the wall that America's done as we know it. And what we've been doing to fix it, that ain't gonna fix it. See, we've been voting, trying to vote our way out this mess. Voting is what got us here. These people that we trusted is what got us in the mess we in because they sold us out. What you voting for? What they gonna do? Well, we would have voted for Kamala would have won. I told y'all, I'm not dealing with y'all no more. Anybody on that type of time right there, I ain't got no conversation for you. No debate, no trying to convince you, none of that. If Kamala would have won, well, Trump won. If y'all wouldn't have put Trump in there, that's what you voted. If you on that right there, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Ever again. You don't exist to me. You clueless. So, to those of us who know and have come to the conclusion that we can't vote our way out this mess, because we ain't got nobody to vote for. Even if voting was real, I don't even think it's real no more. But even if it was, who we gonna vote for? Who we got on the horizon? Some of y'all really believe Kamala with it. Anyway, those of us who know, America as we know it is no more. So now, the dilemma we face is what are we going to do about it? Some people's solution to the problem is just to leave. Abandon America. Go overseas somewhere. Get your passport and just bounce. I can't do that. I was born here. A lot of y'all listen to me. Born here. This is our home. We the people of America have never ran. My ancestors were slaves here that I know of. I don't know. I got Indian, full-blood Indian in my family. That's my skin tone. And my light brown hazel eyes. When they ain't red from just being tired all the goddamn time. But my great-grandmother, I've seen a picture of her, full-blooded Indian with the long Indian hair and the picture, she looking sideways like Chief Sitting Bull taking them pictures. My grandmother, full-blooded Indian. My mother's mother, which is my great-grandmother, 2 generations, full-blood Indian. So my roots run deep here in America. Whether or not my ancestors were slaves or not, I know some of them may have been. I don't know. Ancestry.com don't go that far back for me. I tried it, it didn't tell me nothing. So maybe it help you discover where you from, but it went back just to my grandfather. I already know who the hell he is. Ancestry.com didn't do nothing for me, so I don't know if I was descendant of slaves or not. All I know is I was born here, my mom was born here, my grandma was born here, my great-grandma was born here. Like I said, my great-grandma, full-blood Indian. Not mixed, full-blooded. There was a lot of that going on in America where a lot of the slaves escaped slavery and they went down to Florida to the Seminole to join the Seminole. A lot of them was black people. The Seminoles, black people and Indians joined together because they had the same common enemy. You know, white man, whatever you call it. Indian call them pill. You know the history. Some of y'all might not know that history. That a lot of slaves escaped slavery and went joined forces with the Indians and became Indians. There's a lot of great black Indian warriors and chiefs, black. So when you hear a lot of black folks, I got Indian in my family. That's true. Native American, whatever. I ain't talking about India with that Punjabi in them. I'm not talking about them with the scarf on their head, driving that goddamn truck out of here for a little nothing. Killing the rates in the trucking industry. I ain't talking about them Indians. Mr. Trump, get your ass up out of here. But anyway, I'm talking about the Native American Indian. The Navajo, the Apache, Cherokee, those Indians. Black people escaped slavery. A lot of them ain't go to Canada and up north to New York. A lot of them went down through Florida with the Seminole Indian and joined forces with them and became, and they linked up. Study history. So my point is this. I'm not one of them people that share that sentiment with you of let's leave. Let's just leave America. No. My ancestors fought for America. They didn't flee. They died before they ran. Fought. Because where are we going? Are we going to move to these other people's land? Just a bunch of Americans are going to flee to other places because we doing bad. Like them people love us. Black folks about going back to Africa. They don't love us over there. This is our home. My solution is figure out how we going to stay here and fight for our shit. Somebody, some of us got to rise up. I ain't going to say it's going to be me, because if it's going to be a leader, they're going to take him out. I don't know how we're going to do it. I ain't leaving. I'm not running. Where are Americans welcome around the world in mass numbers? If you're not rich or something. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but we're hated. But that damn Trump, no. We've been hated for decades around the world. We have a few countries pretending to be our allies. Well, we can move to one of our ally companies. We don't have no allies. We have people who using us because of the position of power that we in. But once we lose our position of power to where we effed up, we're going to find out that we didn't have no allies all along. When we no longer able to benefit them countries, they're going to cut us off. Our so-called ally that y'all say Trump is alienating, them so-called allies y'all say Trump is pissing off, Trump ain't doing a goddamn thing. That's the global elitists. Want your ass to believe it's Trump. So here's the thing. Each individual country, Russia, North Korea, China, all them places. The reason they're our so-called enemy, not because they done nothing to America, but because they bucking against the NWO. They don't want to be a part of that. Russia want to remain a sovereign nation. Russia don't want to be part of one big global elite. Russia want to remain Russia. China want to remain China. Them people don't want to go along with the global agenda. They want their own sovereign nation. That's what makes them the enemy. Russia ain't never done that to us. Why are they our enemies? Because they're not going along with the agenda. So, where are we going to run to? We are hated around the world. If you ask me, I know you ain't asked me, but if you did, and thanks for asking for the ones who did ask, what would I do? Stay here and fight when the time comes. Well, when that time be, Ward, you'll know. Be prepared to fight back. I'm not talking about no violence, whatever. Or are you gonna give up your home? Are you gonna take off and run? Are you going? I understand the man with the Thailand because of the cost of the medication and how America is killing us. He was talking about a shot that he had to take twice a day, or was it a pill? That was a shot he had to take twice a day for like 90 days. $1,000 pop, $2,000 a day for 90 days. He ain't had that kind of money. He would have died in America. How you gonna pay for that? He went over to Thailand, where he is now. It wasn't near that price. Why are they charging so much here? You figure that out. Same medication around the world, nowhere near the price it is in America. It's them damn Trump terrorists. Shut up, man. This shit been like that before Trump was been here. Come on. We've been like that. And we just been voting and voting and voting. Voting ain't gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't believe running gonna do it either. Yes, America, as we know it, is finished. You was right. But I don't agree with you about getting your passport and leaving. Because once America truly falls, Americans are not, we ain't got nowhere to go, baby. If we lose America, there's 400 some million of us here. Where are we going? Where are we going? I'm not leaving my family here. We got roots here. Where are we going as Americans? Are we just going to tail and run? Go to wherever. Now, big boy, I'm out of here, man. I ain't finna fight for America. Well, you ain't got to. I'm not fighting for America. I'm fighting for my family. I'm fighting for my people. You, y'all, us. This is our land. This land is your land. This land is my land. This land was made for you and me. Y'all remember that in school? This is our land. We're going to give it up to these bastards. Take off and run. And go to somebody else's land. Who've been pretending to be our allies only because we can help them. I done been there before, ladies and gentlemen, when I was up and was doing for folks and I thought I had people that was in my corner that was my friends, allies. Oh, I found out the hard way. They was only my ally, my friend, because I was doing for them. When I fell off, I found out I ain't had no allies. When America falls completely off, them so-called allies we got, Britain or whoever the hell supposed to be our allies, when we can no longer benefit them, we ain't gonna be welcome in their goddamn country. We can't do nothing for them. Keep that in mind when y'all talking about running. And when you mess around and run, and then America fall, and now you an American in a foreign land, and you no longer have your country back home to lean on, they're gonna treat you like shit. If you're in a foreign land right now and they ain't beating your ass, it's because your homeland still exists. And they know if they mistreat Americans abroad, they're going to have to deal with America. But what you think will happen if you run your ass abroad and then America ceases to exist anymore? And now here you are an American living in a foreign land. And America has been toppled. America, the country, is gone. It's been overthrown. And here now you are an American living somewhere out of America, and you no longer have your country to back you up. Man, the folk gonna treat you like shit. The only thing keeping them off your ass now, you think they're welcoming you. Man, I live in Germany. I live in such and such. Man, they treat us, they love us over here. Let your country fall. Let America fall. And see how much they love your ass then. When you can't call home or call the consulate or whatever you call them damn places and let them know, hey, I'm over here in Germany, they mistreat me. And then you got the country coming to your rescue. Be careful. All y'all that's running y'all ass up out of America, thinking you got it better somewhere else. If America falls and ceases to exist, if we don't fight for this son bitch and she dies, and you in one of these foreign lands as an American, they know you're an American. And they know America is gone. You're just going to be an immigrant. You're going to go from the top of the totem pole to the bottom. They're respecting your ass. No, he's American. He got the American dollar. Yeah, you come on in, sir. But then when that American dollar ain't worth a damn, get your ass out of here, American. Look at them damn Americans. They just take it over like they're going to mistreat the hell out you. I suggest we fight for our own home. Running at the answer. I ain't getting no damn passport. I ain't going no goddamn well. I'm going to die right here. Get it, got it good. Bye.